In today's add-on reveal, we're checking out a Minecraft Bedrock add-on that has been released this week with a very interesting premise. The add-on that we're revealing in today's video is the AFK Farms add-on by LogDotZip. Coming in at 830 minecoins, it is also 5 megabytes in size. So is this AFK Farms add-on very productive? Or is it one of those ones where you leave the keyboard and never come back? So when you load into a brand new world with the AFK Farms add-on, you're given the AFK Farms guidebook and you're given one blank blueprint, but more on that last one later. So let's start with the guidebook then. It's actually a menu. It says AFK Farms add-on version 1.0.0, meaning they are alluding to updates, which is awesome. I hope this gets a lot of updates. Updates are the key to the Minecraft Bedrock marketplace, in my opinion, and it just gives you more confidence in when you're buying an add-on to know that it's going to be supported. So here in the book, we've got 5 buttons to go to. We've got a credits page here where you can check out who was involved with the creation of the add-on, as well as getting links to certain pages in regards to LogDotZip games and their fellow helping collaborators, I guess. So that's always good to have a look at. We've also got a settings button, which allows you to turn up or down the farm production volume, the farm chest volume, and also turn on or off the show farm fuel timer on construction. Not quite sure what that means at this point, but the option's there, so that's good to know. I'm going to leave them all on default. We've also got a change log, again alluding to updates, which is great, very good sign. But the two that we're interested in really are the overview and the AFK farm types. So let's start with overview. First of all, we're told about crafting recipes. Now, there doesn't seem to be like an overview about what this add-on actually is or even an introduction, but it seems to be a kind of a farm for you to do in a survival world that also allows you to leave the world and has offline compatibility or capabilities that I've never seen before. So we'll hopefully be able to explore some of that. In the crafting recipes, we've got the recipe for the blank blueprint, which is 1 piece of paper and 1 light blue dye. We've also got the AFK Farms guidebook recipe, which is 1 book and 1 blank blueprint to make this book. And it also tells us about the clock and how to make the clock, because this Minecraft item can be used on an AFK farm to toggle its fuel timer visibility. Again, I'm not really sure what that means, but we'll experience that in a little while. We've also got farm blueprint. So we know how to make a blank one. It's a paper and a light blue dye. Once you have a blank blueprint, you hold it in your hand and interact with the block or mob from the available farm list. Now there's only a certain amount of farms that are available with this add-on currently. No idea if they're planning to update it, but to get the blueprint for the farm that you want, you have to interact with a blank blueprint on the mob or item or block that you want to farm. So if, for example, like they say, if you want to create a creeper farm blueprint, you'll need to use a blank blueprint on a live creeper. My test today is a bit safer, but the following is a list of things you can use blank blueprints on. So you can do it to bamboo, beetroot, carrot, chicken, cobblestone, cod, cows, creepers, endermans, guardian, iron golem, kelp, pigs, potatoes, pufferfish, salmon, sheep, skeleton, slime, spider, sugarcane, tropical fish, wheat, witches, and zombified piglins. They all have a farm associated with them in this add-on. We then can see about farm placement. So once you have an AFK farm blueprint, you hold that in your hand and you interact, and it shows you a, what's the word I'm looking for here? A silhouette of the farm, so you can work out where you want to place it. You then interact again to confirm the placement. Once it's confirmed, the silhouette remains, and it's basically a farm build site. You interact with that build site and it will tell you what blocks and what items and what utilities you need to implement the creation of that farm. Now we're going to go into this, so don't worry if that sounds confusing. I'm going to show you what that all means. It's very simple. We've also got something about farm construction. So you interact with the farm build site to review the materials required. Each button allows for the maximum amount of that specific material for your inventory to be transferred. Alternatively, you can insert materials into a farm build by interacting. We'll cover all of that. It's very difficult to talk about that in theory, but we will cover that. Then there's the farm primary fuel. All AFK farms require fuel to run. There are two types of fuel. Every AFK farm uses coal as its primary fuel source. Without coal, an AFK farmer's timer will run out and the farm will stop producing. I think that's very important. These are AFK farms. They are going to be particularly OP, I'm sure, what with the whole offline thing. But in terms of balancing, they do need a fuel. They don't just run continuously like other types of farm add-ons that I've seen, which could hopefully bring the balance down a bit. You hold coal in your hand and you interact with the farm's furnace to increase the farm's run timer. If you sneak while you're doing this, you can insert the maximum amount of coal held in your main hand. Coal inserted into an AFK farm is consumed every 30 seconds of real-world time, which is the bit that just blows my mind. An AFK farm continues running and consuming fuel even if it's unloaded or offline. Again, blows my mind. Can't wait to see this. I don't even know how we're going to test this. So we've got the farm boost fuel. All AFK farms have a secondary boost fuel. This item varies from farm to farm and is typically an item associated with the farm's source theme. Inserting the boost fuel item into that farm's composter will increase that farm's productivity bonus, causing the farm to speed up its output. And if you sneak again, it will put the maximum amount. And again, it's 30 seconds of real world time. So very technical ways of making these farms very OP, very strong, while also balancing it with the time. We'll hopefully be able to test all of this. There's a farm fuel timer. An AFK farm's fuel timer will display the amount of real-world time left for it to produce items. If the game is paused or the farm is in an unloaded chunk, or even if you have logged out, when you return, this fuel timer will update to time left. If desired, you can toggle a farm's fuel timer visibility by interacting with it, then selecting the button at the bottom of the farm info page. You can also hold a clock and interact with an AFK farm to toggle this same visibility off or on. Alright, I mean, a lot of functions going on here. Farm details. Once you build an AFK farm, you can interact with it to view the production information. At the bottom of the farm info page, you can toggle a farm's fuel timer visibility as well as disassemble the farm. Disassembling the farm removes the structure as well as drops the farm blueprint and any unused fuel and boost fuel along with the materials you originally used to build the farm. You can also disassemble an AFK farm by breaking it by hand. So it's very interesting to say here, once you place it, that's not the end of it. If you decide you want to move it for whatever reason, you can, and you get everything back, which is just, I think that's great, to be honest with you. So a lot of promising details here, very difficult to picture it at the moment, but we'll have a look. In regards to the AFK farm types, there are a bamboo farm, beetroot farm, carrot farm, chicken farm, cobblestone farm, cow farm, creeper farm, enderman farm, fish farm, guardian farm, 2 A's there, iron golem farm, kelp farm, pig farm, potato farm, sheep farm, skeleton farm, slime farm, spider farm, sugarcane farm, wheat farm, witch farm, zombified piglin farm, back, sorry. Okay. And yeah, that's the book. So a lot of stuff in theory to be worrying about there, but we are going to try and explore a lot of this, experience it, and see if we can test it and give it a go and how it works. Before we do that though, let's have a look at the brand new items that we get in this add-on. Now, in regards to the items that are added in this add-on, it's very simple. You get a blank blueprint or you get a specific blueprint for the farms. I don't think I need to click on each of these because I've already read the list twice, so you should know from the book what farms we have. But you can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22 different farms that you can get in this add-on. They're all very similar with the blue blueprint and a slight emblem on them. Now, the blank blueprint to actually craft one of these, if I go into survival and we look on here, you'll see it's 1 page and 1 light blue dye gets you the blank blueprint. And I'm going to stay in survival here. If I want to make a sheep farm, I go up to a live sheep, interact, and it becomes this sheep farm blueprint. Very simple, very easy. And also, like it said, there is a clock that you can use from the Minecraft actual base game, which will hopefully trigger a few things as well. But before we go and actually have an experience with this add-on, let me show you in the block section how each of these farms look. Now, thankfully, in creative, placing these farms is easy. You don't have to build each of them one by one. So I can just show you all of the different ones. Now, we've got bamboo here. We've got, is it going to be easy telling me what they are? No, I'm going to have to click it. So that one here is a beetroot farm. So you can see there's different shapes on here. We've got a carrot farm. We've got a chicken farm. All very unique in how they're looking. I mean, there's elements across a lot of them, but very unique in terms of shapes. And in terms of designs, I'd be interested to see how they look when they're working. This is a cobblestone farm. And you can see here as well, look, you can click on the left and the right to get the info page, or you can click on the chest to get access to the chest. This is a cow farm. We've got a AFK creeper farm. We've got an enderman farm with a nice little rubber ducky. We've also got a fish farm with another rubber ducky. And you'll see, look, stepping up to the farm triggers the chest animation as well. So that's why I think you can trigger the sounds in the settings. If you got a bit bored of that noise, you can just turn that down. We've also then got a guardian farm. We've got a iron golem farm. Over here, we've also got a kelp farm. The pig one looks like that. This is the potato. This is the sheep. This one, which looks very lethal, is a skeleton farm. Oh my days, okay. Looks like it grinds it into dust, fair enough. This one here is a slime. This one here is a spider. This one here is a sugar cane. This one here is wheat. This is a witch. How you doing, buddy? You good? Oh, you look dead in the eyes, okay. And then this one here is a zombified piglin. Now, one thing I do want to do before we go and actually experience it is go to here. I want to get some coal. Let's see how it is to even interact with one. I kind of want to see how that skeleton one looked. So what do? I just tap here, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Quite loud. But the skeleton is just being created from the top there. And it's being grinded down. I have to say, though, it's not giving me anything. Survival. But it's not giving me anything from the drops. Oh, now it is. Okay, so it's not every time. Okay. And this then... it uses coal and it needs a dead bush. It's not very fast. Okay. Let's go back into survival. Into creative, sorry. If it's too loud, I'm sorry, but... we'll try and get that worked out. Dead bush. Oh, look, the chest pops when you get new things. Okay. So I just want to see with the timer, what was it? About an hour, 1 minute 15, 1 minute 30. We seem to have triggered 2 loads of drops here. Did we get a third? No, we didn't even get that pop through. Okay. So from about a minute's worth, it gives us 1 arrow, 2 bones, and a bow there. Okay, so then if we do that again with the coal, so 1 minute 20, and I'm going to load up some dead bush. And that's supposed to make it, what, more productive? Produces items every 15 seconds. Okay, so it produces items every 30 as standard, right? Yeah. Ah, that makes sense. So it produces an item every 30 seconds as standard, which is why we only got 2 triggers from 1 minute 20. But then when you power it up with the boost, it's now every 15 seconds, so now it's popping a lot more. I like the animations though. Okay. So what about over here? Let's try this one. What does this one do? Oh no, it's dropping pig. Oh, the pigs are dropping into lava. I mean, I think it's quite a nice little animation. We don't need to talk about why do the pigs just randomly appear, but okay, that's quite a nice little animation. I suppose it's going to matter how strong, or not how strong, how difficult it is to actually build these, what kind of materials we need. Now, the book does list them all, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys to work out. But I will show you one. I want to try this one. This is the Enderman. Oh, that is torture. That is torture. Spawning an Enderman in water? I'm so sorry. With no escape? I wonder if these actually exist as mobs, or if this is all part of an animation. That'd be an interesting thing to check. I mean, I don't know how you would check, but that would be an interesting question to have. So this should trigger now. There we go. 30 seconds. And it gave us an ender pearl. Okay. So that's how all of the farms look. And you can see they've all got custom animations there. So let's go and actually try to experience this. Let's build a farm and let's see how it is to use it and see what this AFK stuff is all about. So I've still got my sheep AFK farm blueprint in my hand from over there. So if I interact here, you'll see we get the silhouette of the farm and I can decide where do I want it to go. I can rotate it depending on where I am standing. And I'm going to say, right, I want it there. There looks good. So interact again, places it down. Okay. Should probably go into survival for this. In fact, if you are in creative, if you're a creative player and you interact here, it comes up with a menu saying in creative mode, AFK farms do not require materials to build. Just press the button to build the farm or disassemble it. I don't want to do this in creative. I want to go into survival. So there we go. So what we can do, I'll just show you again. Let's go, ignore this for a second. Disable farm, right? So in survival, it's exactly the same, but let's just keep it so that I can show you the survival experience. Place it down. The blueprint disappears and now we're here. Interact on this now. So press the buttons below to add the required materials. Once all the materials have been added, your farm will be constructed. So we can either add all of them, which I don't have any. Currently, my inventory is just full of coal. And we need a furnace, composter, chest, iron bars, glass, dispenser, white wool, wheat, shears, iron ingot, lava bucket, oak slab, or we can just disassemble it. So, luckily, by the power of me being prepared for once, I should have more than enough here, right there. So, now there are two ways that we can do this. Okay, I'm going to just drop the composter there for a second. If I interact on it here, I can either add all available materials, or I can go to the actual button and I can press furnace, and you'll see my furnace has gone from my inventory and it now says 1 of 1. So I've now started building what we're dealing with here. But if I have the composter in my hand and I don't want to go to the menu, I just walk up to it, interact, and it adds it to it. So if I go here, composter 1 of 1. So there's a few ways that you can build this off. Now I want to add my chest. Now one thing I thought would have been nice is that the overlay of color would disappear on the section that you've added in. But I don't even know if that's possible. I just think that would have been cool. But you can go through and you can add them. So I've added all 12 of my iron bars. I've added my glass, yada, yada, yada. Add all available materials. When it's finally built, we get some sounds and we've got our farm here. Very nice. This is the one that I had from earlier when I built it in creative. So we'll get rid of that. So now we've got a clock up here. We also go into here and we can see some information. So time left on interact, 0. Farm output percentage, you get 100% cooked mutton, 100% white wool every time something's produced. There's no fuel in it. The current boost fuel amount is also 0 because I haven't added any wheat. It has a production rate of every 30 seconds. And then you've got the details of how it's been used. I haven't put any fuel into it. I haven't put any boost fuel into it. And it hasn't produced anything. I can hide the fuel timer, which is that, gone. And if we grab the clock from here, we can test this as well. So I'm going to walk up to it with the clock and boom, there it is. If I do that again, boom, takes it away. So it doesn't use the clock, but the clock just triggers that. And if I get rid of that and I do that again, it brings up that. So it does work, which is very, very good. You always like worry about certain things like that. So if I add 1 coal to it, you can see it's working. And not only does it shear the sheep, it then kills the sheep because it's cooking the meat. So it's not just a wool farm, it's wool and meat. It's getting like a proper nice glow up haircut and then death. Very sorry, mate. Seems to only give us white wool. Doesn't look like we can change the type of wool that it gives us. I also don't have the clock on, so let's do that. So 3 seconds from now, this should make a movement. There we go. And now we've got a lot of sheep dying just for 1 cooked mutton and white wool. So I'm trying to think of how we can do this. It's 2195 is our coordinate. So if I go to teleport and we go, I don't know, let's go there, there, and there. That should take us out of like render distance or making it work. So that's cool. I also realized that I'm going to probably die doing this, but I can't remember what the numbers were now. Was it 2193 or something? 21, it'll get us close, won't it? 2193. So in theory, the farm should still be counting down. All right, well, we just survived that. Let's go into C. There we go. And where is my platform? It's somewhere around here, is it not? Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So when we get up to it, the farm should have finished its movements and we'll know that it works even out of render distance, simulation distance, or whatever. And it has, look, 0. So those 30 seconds have continued. And we managed to get our wool and mutton. So that's one thing then. But it mentions that it works if you happen to leave the world. Now, how can I do this? Well, if I crouch and interact, it's going to put all 63 in. And that gives us 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 54 seconds. So what happens when you pause it now? So I'm going to pause it on 50. Boom. Now you see the timer has stopped, right? I'm trying to just give it some time. I'm going to give it like 5 more seconds. That should be about 10 seconds that pops through. What does it do? How does it know how long it's taken? I'm going to come out of it now. That's about 10 extra seconds. It was 20 seconds. It jumped 20 seconds. Okay, so it works in pause then. Okay. So that's what? That's like another 10 seconds. So then if I pause it again, I just want to see if we pause it for say 15, 20 more seconds. It had 1 mutton and 1 wool. Do I lose any drops from doing this? Is kind of my question here. Because obviously you want to make sure that you're being as productive as possible. So I'm just kind of rambling at this point. But this blows my mind that it's even possible to do this. And I've got 2 other tests that I want to do. So I'm going to come out of pause now. That was 37 seconds. And it did. It carried on. It carried on. Okay, so we're going to leave it now on 2240. Boom, like so. Save and quit. Ignore my world menus. There could be secrets here. There may not be. There probably isn't. But you never know. Just ignore it. And it's just, you know, hi, how you doing? My name's the Dazman. I'm having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well too. Thank you so much for all of the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. We recently hit 7,118 subscribers at last count. So please do hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 7,500 subscribers. Your support is absolutely amazing. It's so humbling, and thank you very much. Please do leave a like on the video. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking as well. And if you want to become a channel member, that would be awesome too. Really would help me pay my rent and would help me get content out on the channel. So thank you very much. Hopefully that's enough of a ramble. I meant every single word that I meant though. So let's get right back into it and load. So I push the button. Get my lag from my Minecraft. Oh, it just ignored my button press. We'll do it again. There we go. Thank you. Minecraft on PS5 is one of the most laggiest annoyances. So that's 21:35. You know what's really annoying? I can't remember when we left. Give me 1 second. All right, so I just went and looked. I didn't move. It took me 15 seconds to just watch the footage. We left on 23:30, so it did carry on ticking. Now, we're going to leave on 21. So remember, 1 hour and 21. I'm going to save and quit. 1 hour, 21 minutes left is what that had. You may get some little surprises here and some future teasers at what's coming, but I'm going to close my game. So as you can see here, Minecraft, 1,037 hours played on this current console. Absolutely crazy, I know. Now, back into Minecraft. It was 1 hour, 21 minutes. Has it carried on even though I left the game? Now, I don't actually know how we test this to know for sure. I'm trying to fit. So I've been live on this particular clip for 55 seconds. I don't know. Let me just let my skin load in. Otherwise, it defaults my skin back without my arm. Because this game is so broken. It's been 1:07. It's been 1:07 since I pressed record. It's going to play. So it's 1:21 there, or 1 hour 21 there. I'm going to go into that. Now, I think it would have to be 1 hour 20 for it to be about right. 1 hour 19, yeah. So it's carried on ticking down even when I left the game, as far as I can tell. That's crazy. How does it know? How does it know to carry on? This isn't a realm. This is just a single player world. There must be some stuff happening like behind the scenes with in-game clocks and stuff. That's just crazy. And then you've got the mutton and the wall. So we got 7 from a few minutes of play. That's genuinely a little bit scary. I can't believe it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you know how this is done, please do let me know. Like, honestly, that's amazing. I really like this add-on. I don't think it's incredibly overpriced. I think 830 mine tokens is cool. I do hope that they expand the farms and add newer farms and other farms, but they seem to have captured quite a lot of farms here that you would use often. So I look forward to future updates, in all honesty. My game trying to catch up with how it plays. That's a Minecraft Bedrock on PS5 issue, not the add-on issue. But yeah, I like this. I think this is cool. I've used a lot more OP, a lot more kind of game-breaking farm add-ons that I'm not going to have a go at this. Obviously, it's not Minecraft in terms of how it's played. It's very much OP in general, but I'm putting that aside. I think this is an awesome concept. Let me know what you guys think. Please do leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, like I said earlier, please do hit the subscribe button. I hope I've been able to show you some stuff that you needed to see there. If not, comment down below and we'll see if we can get some answers for you. Thank you for watching, everybody. Peace!